Hello there my friends, my name is Riskafish and today I'm bringing you a video on ReZero. The purpose of this video is to include all the spoilers that are removed from my themes of ReZero between Sloth and Diligence video that I released last week. I understand that not everyone reads the web and light novels, so decided to include any content ahead of the anime in this video instead, out of consideration, so sit back and enjoy the juicy details. You may have noticed in my last video that I actually missed out the last death of Subaru in Arc 3, where he commits suicide after discovering that Rem had her name eaten by gluttony. While this is part of the interlude, it is also technically part of Arc 3 as well, and is connected to the themes of Sloth and Diligence, the reason being that his death this time is once again caused by his own mental slothfulness. You see, Subaru witnesses a clue to Rem's fate, and that is the blank letter that is sent to the Roswell mansion, which Ram explains has hostile intent and can easily be interpreted as a declaration of war. The important thing to note here is that the one who wrote the letter was Rem. This means that by this point Regulus Corneus, the Archbishop of Greed, had attacked Crusher's carriage, and Lay Batankatos, the Archbishop of Gluttony, had already eaten Rem's name. This caused the contents of the letter written by Rem to be erased from the world as well. At first this looks like a small detail, however there are two things Subaru has learned in this arc that he doesn't apply here. Firstly, he has known Rem for a while now, recognising that she is an extremely capable and diligent worker, especially when compared to Ram. For such an attentive person to stumble to the point that they would send a blank letter, a basic declaration of war, is something that Rem would never do so carelessly. The point is exaggerated even more when you realise that Subaru was the one who told her to send it, and judging by how devoted she is to him, she would have shown even more care than usual in this matter. Secondly, Subaru has already witnessed the erasing of people's memories, and in particular the erasing of Rem in Death Route 3, where she is consumed by the white whale. So while he does not know about the Archbishop of Gluttony or his abilities, he is aware that illogical powers such as erasing memories exist in this world thanks to the whale, so he should have noticed something was suspicious with the blank letter. He does correct the misunderstanding with the Roswell Mansion residents by travelling through the forest with clear signs explaining the situation, which Ram sees. He also sends Wilhelm to be doubly sure that the misunderstanding is rectified. However, despite this, he still overlooks the situation with Rem. Does this mean that he missed a chance to save her though? Let's take a look. The last save point before the letter is at Flugel's tree, just after Crush and Rem leave for the capital. The timing is just after sunrise, and we can actually estimate a basic time frame from that piece of information. You see, when Subaru, Julius and co leave to fight Betelgeuse, the sun is still very low in the sky, which can be seen in how the light on Julius and Subaru appears to be overwhelmingly on one side when they rush to confront him. This means that only a very short amount of time has passed, perhaps an hour or two since the second save point, which means that the group could potentially have caught up to Rem and Crush if he had reset. This however creates several more problems. First, even if Subaru and Co did reach them, there were two extremely powerful Sin Archbishops there. Additionally, if he had chosen to go after Rem, he might not have been able to save Amelia from Betelgeuse, who is the person he loves most and his priority. Additionally, there is no guarantee that he would have been able to beat the two Sin Archbishops, especially since there was no way to know about Regulus's weakness due to the absence of his wives. Also remember that Regulus is the strongest Archbishop. This then brings us on to the big question. If Subaru couldn't save Rem, then why is Subaru's final death connected to Sloth at all? And the reason is simple. Diligence is not a one-time action, it is a continuous and persistent approach. When Subaru took his own life, he gave upon himself and so gave upon Rem as well, and that was the truest and purest sloth route of Arc 3. In the correct route, however, Subaru embraces the path of diligence by resolving himself to live and continued to push forward despite the pain. This leads to him encountering many hurdles as he protects Rem from the assassins in Arc 4 and encounters Gluttony in Arc 5, but his diligence is ultimately rewarded in Arc 6 by giving him a chance to both beat Gluttony and save Rem, an opportunity he would not have got if he had given up in Arc 3 or any of the following 3 arcs. There is also another way in which is the true path of diligence, because uniquely in ReZero it requires 3 save points. One at the vendor, one at Flugel Street and one at the side of Rem's bed, literally requiring him to go the extra mile. The result is that 3 arcs after he gave up on Rem originally, he now has a chance to save her thanks to his diligence. This sadly brings us to the end of the video. Big thanks to Reinhardt aka Hickey for once again diligently checking my scripts, and the same goes to Joseph John who did the save. and remember my Discord channel is always open if you want to discuss theories or view upcoming content. But that's all for now, thanks for watching and I will see you next time.